Perhaps it was fate you met me here. A capable sort like you is akin to an old... Do I look like the fight-picking sort to you? I would see if you're keen to help. One files in think of all...
This fellow is what is known as...
Indeed. I'm breathless at the thought that I might never get my manuscripts back. Well, oh, don't you? Ah, yes. Beautiful. Just a local They were meticulously kept by the vigilant who lived here before the war. Prominent woman. Knew many folk. You'd think they'd let an ailing codger be the keep. Now, this little old spider has to get his affairs in order. Here's something for your troubles. Farewell. Before I forget, stop by Agent Kobor in Matriarch's Mercy if you ain't already. Helping me should be enough to get you past her. Now to patch myself.
Patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
I used to love taking the train across Dorado, seeing the Marcasite caverns, the silence of the desolate plains. But that's all in the past now. This mural. Normally, I would never suggest pilfering from the Sovereign Ordain. But if we can rescue but one piece from it...
Howdy. Now what can I do you for? Slower than... Things will pick up once the war... So, we doing business. The sprats are all premium quality. Let's talk price. Trust me, Pleasure doing business.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return?
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in unveiling Sub-Rose. Agent Galloway is consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my Greetings. I heard tell that you aided spy between the two of us. I sent him out there to get him to cease It's super myself. I enjoy the thrills of the Agreed. You do well in some wheat beyond. We've still got folks we care about out there.
I'm not sure is sore. How long are we meant to stay here?
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust...
Any luck with the sprat hunt? You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes. Oh, no, be seeing ya.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return?
How long are we meant to stay here? What happened to this place?
Stranger?
I suppose. Well then, I read that you'd have questions. Matriarch, why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbor. Their engagement is admittedly rather. What if my own humble assertions are not enough? None. The Department of Predictive Analysis. Of course, prediction. But as we close in on salt, regrettably, this is made. Well.
Where do we go now?
Oh,
Refugee camp?
a visitor.
Colony?
Without notice. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So, for just after lunch, think my co-occupant Ike had a
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Oyster. One day, it will process all.
I could use a break from fighting injustice.
Since the schism, what caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order?
Yes. Well, as the assigned, you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The order of the... If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. Appreciate you respecting my time.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Oh.
When I asked the seer for medical specialists, take this. On behalf of the... Now, will there be anything else? Thanks to you, a little token of my appreciation for a job well done. Now, will there be anything else? From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional choice. But I can't deny the results. Here, you've earned it. Now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service?
What happened to this place? Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side.
Oh,
Yes,
they say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
speaking as a
Agreed.
mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
Quite right. Rollo's co-occupant might have also supported our warnings, had he heeded them.
I don't know. You ask me? When it comes to these order predictions, there's a lot of room between a probable and definite outcome. You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Her mission is to uplift and enlighten.
She's indoctrinating, not helping us. Can't you see the difference?
Point taken.
You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Fair enough. The Order does keep us refugees fed and plenty, medicated. To give credit, as I do with blame, where it's due. I'm all ears, mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it. I understand you were crucial in securing additional medical personnel for Matriarch's Mercy. Thank you.
Yeah, much appreciated. Way to go above and beyond. Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? At Auntie's Choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns. Collapsed, but we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with...
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
Shit. Very well, administrant. You win. I'll honor the terms of the mediation. Let's hope your math was right.
Have faith. Or, if not faith, reason. We can still work together to improve conditions around Matriarch's mercy. Your reward, Mediator, with my thanks. I now consider the matter decisively closed.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Indeed, they began showing up with their inane theories prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate. Always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Thank you for proving my thesis statement.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Where to first, Commander? Henry Range, Serenium Manufactory,
The
or
grand
Outpost
plan
Opportunity?
is the predetermined order to the entire...
I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val, hoping it'll help. Ha! You know your automechs. All of the above, more or less. Val's old in automech years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware and systems from deteriorating further. Yep, gotta fill the hours with something, right? Most times I find working on Val relaxing, actually. Meditative. It's nice being able to identify a problem and just fix it. That's it, exactly. Everything else turns into kind of a low static hum. Easier to ignore. Val saved my life after Horizon Point. And she's been saving my life every day since. Partly, I'm just glad to return the favor, even if I am just putting off the inevitable. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, Yamri. But thanks for stopping by.
So, Arbiter Rao. I can sympathize with his plight to some extent. Dead mentor, apparent cover-up, sure, I'd be mad too. But why do we have to be the ones to help him? Hasn't he got any other Protectorate hullheads to come to his aid? Maybe I ought to spell this out. I'm his enemy commander, and he's mine. Letting him aboard is putting both of us in a bad spot. I can agree to that, Commander. It's just him I worry about. The only rules he cares for are the Protectorates, and those rules are clear. The only good corporatist is a dead one. I just hope you're giving him the same directive you're giving me. That's all. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
Inez's grafts are unthinkable. Simply to get ahead, Auntie's choice expected her to permanently manifest a raptidon limb? A crabble claw? Sovereign's mercy. It appears she lives a life of constant self-maintenance, lest her grafts break down. Not to mention the discomfiture and pain of bearing a foreign edition. Not that it bothers me. She is an enemy of the Protectorate, after all. We would never afflict one of our own with such a fate.